am back with another Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 6 review. This review is for episode 3. If you did not catch my reviews for episodes 1 and 2, please go check those out. So this episode starts where the last one left off at Mr. Ray's party that he threw for himself. Now, Summer Bunny was there already, and it was already starting to be tension between Summer Bunny, Princess Love, and Ray J, because Ray J is the one who pointed out to Princess that Summer Bunny was the one who was messing with A1. So Apple and Lyrica end up showing up, and this is where Summer Bunny starts getting really disrespectful because she starts yelling things out to Lyrica, and I didn't understand why she was screaming and yelling at Lyrica, because you slept with her husband. So she has every right to be there and be mad. So I didn't understand why Summer Bunny was screaming and yelling at Lyrica. That made absolutely no sense to me. So then Princess started getting ready to charge at Summer Bunny, and she was stopped, and so was Apple. So Summer Bunny was yelling that basically Lyrica is a punk because she needed somebody to fight her battles for her. That's why she had Princess and Apple there. Princess has showed up before Lyrica and Apple, so I don't know why she thought that Princess was there to fight Lyrica's battles. That's not why Princess was there. So it turns into complete chaos, and everybody has to get carried out of the party. So Lyrica goes and she sits down, and Yo-Yo goes up to her and asks her if she's willing to hear out Summer Bunny, if she can calm Summer down. So Lyrica tells her, you know what, yeah, I want to hear what this little girl has to say. So Yo-Yo goes out there and gets Summer Bunny, and Summer Bunny comes in and she sits next to Lyrica, and I was like, oh crap, they're sitting next to each other. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So I think Lyrica said something slick to Summer Bunny, so Yo-Yo sat in between Lyrica and Summer so that it didn't turn into a physical altercation. So Lyrica asked Summer Bunny, did you sleep with A1? Because I want to know, because I was told it was nothing but a FaceTime call. Side note, it was not just a FaceTime call. The way she was talking to A1 in that video shows that something else had happened between them. So Summer Bunny ends up saying that, yeah, it was just a FaceTime call. That was it. So Lyrica gets up and she's like, okay, well then I'm going to go F my husband. And Summer Bunny says something rude to Lyrica, and Lyrica's like, what's the problem? I can't sleep with my husband. I can't sleep with my husband. You said you didn't sleep with him. You said it was nothing but a FaceTime call. So Lyrica leaves and she goes outside, and I think she was waiting for her car. And Summer Bunny's like crying near Yo-Yo and stuff because she doesn't want to be thought of as a homewrecker. And I'm like, her tears are so fake. Like, you can tell that her tears are fake. So she comes, no tears on her eyes. She walks over to Lyrica. Funny how she didn't have any tears in her eyes when she was crying, because had she would have still had the tears when she went to go talk to Lyrica. So she goes towards Lyrica and tells her, you know, I don't want to be thought of as a homewrecker. I have a reputation that everybody thinks that I come on to other people's men, but I don't come on to other people's men. That she didn't hit on A1. A1 hit on her. And that her and A1 have slept together, and they slept together multiple times. And Lyrica believed Summer Bunny, which I think she should have believed her. I don't think Summer really has a reason to lie about, you know, sleeping with A1. So, although I would want to lie about that, because A1 just, gross. But anyways, Lyrica says that, you know what, you didn't have any loyalty to me, so my problem is with A1, but you shouldn't be messing with married men because you knew he was married. So Summer Bunny does that side chick thing where she's like, well, your husband knew that he was married too, and he still did it anyway. Okay, Summer, but you knew he was married, so why would you mess with him? You don't want to be known as a homewrecker or somebody who messes with everyone else's men, but you're over here making excuses for yourself. There's no excuse for you or A1. Although Lyrica's beef does need to be with A1, Summer Bunny has been very disrespectful to Lyrica. I think Lyrica really just wanted to hear what Summer Bunny had to say, but Summer Bunny automatically started to attack verbally Lyrica, so Lyrica had attacked back. So that was the end of that scene. But then Summer said something. She said that she would she would mess with A1 again. And I was just like, see, that's how you know that she doesn't feel bad for what she did and she doesn't care about her reputation being bad, because she went and said that she would sleep with him again, knowing that he's married to her. So it's just like ridiculous. Like, girl, enough with the little tears now, because we know that they weren't genuine to begin with. So now the news report ends up coming up about Nipsey Hussle being shot to death in front of his store, which was very devastating. It's still sad now. I think people are going to be mourning his loss for a very, very long time. And I hope that people continue to remember all the great things that he did for his community. I think that a lot of other celebrities need to be doing the things that Nipsey was doing for his community, because he definitely was giving back to where he came from. And I think that that's extremely important for people to do once they make money. And he was doing it. He was absolutely doing it, giving back in the best of ways. And he was so positive and just very inspirational. And I wish he would have got more recognition for the things that he was doing when he was alive, because he wasn't getting as much recognition for the things that he was doing as much as he's getting now that he's gone. But I liked seeing how Drew and a lot of the other cast members of this Love and Hip Hop season talked about the times that they spent with Nipsey and how his impact affected them. And I thought that that was important to, highlight great things that Nipsey was doing for the community. Now, Yo-Yo and Apple were going to pay their respects to Nipsey, and Yo-Yo was doing this because Apple and Nipsey both grew up in harsh conditions, and Nipsey turned his whole life around and was doing great things. And Yo-Yo feels like Apple should use what Nipsey was doing as a way to get herself together and not be so caught up in drama that she's in all the time. Because if Apple wants to make it in the music industry, she does need to make a change for the better. Otherwise, she's not going to make it. Like I said in my last video, she's not going to get the Cardi B treatment where Cardi B can do no wrong. She can take her shoes off and fling them, fight at important events, and be on Love and Hip Hop acting a fool and still get support from people, still book shows, still do all these things. Apple's not going to get the same thing that Cardi gets. So Apple does need to change if she wants to make it. And I believe Yo-Yo really wants to see Apple succeed, but does Apple want to see herself succeed? Because it seems like she keeps getting herself into drama, and it's drama that doesn't even involve her. It's always somebody else's drama, but she throws herself into it. And so I hope that she ends up kind of stepping outside of what she's used to doing and make some important changes in her life, because I would like to see her succeed as well. So April ends up going hiking with Paris and Zell because April's trying to help Paris lose weight, because Paris did a movie recently, and Paris feels like if she loses the weight, she'll book more movies and probably TV shows and be a lot more successful. Plus, she needs to do it for health purposes anyway. And I loved that April was helping Paris get into shape, because I think it's so important to be as healthy as you can. I'm not saying deprive yourself of anything that you love to eat, but there are healthy ways to get around certain things. You do need to work out on a regular basis. And you should eat healthy a lot of times throughout the week. I'm not saying every single day, but it's important. So I like seeing April help her try to lose the weight. So Zell and Paris are best friends, and Zell was saying how he's evolved from the craziness, because if you've seen Zell in past seasons of Love and Hip Hop, he was wild as hell. So I think it's good that he said he has calmed down a little bit, but I have to see it to believe it. Like, I'm one of those people who have to see it to believe it, because I don't know if Zell completely changed. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know how true that is. So Oh yeah, and also Paris and Zell are such good friends that they now live together as roommates. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully they don't end up falling out at all. Because you know, when you kind of move in with people and you live with them, you start to realize things about people you didn't know before. Because now you're in such close proximity to them that you see every little thing they do. So hopefully that doesn't end up messing up their friendship. So April ends up telling them what happened when she went to K Michelle's listening party. She told them how Moniece wants to make money with April by going on tour together. And Paris and Zell had the exact same reaction as Drew did when he heard about it, and as K Michelle and Brittany B had when they heard about it. Everyone thinks it's a stupid idea for April and Moniece to try to go out and make money together. First of all, nobody's going to care about a tour with April and Moniece. People don't even know if April can really sing or not. I know Moniece can sing, but Moniece gets herself in so much drama all the time that nobody really takes her seriously as an artist. So I don't think that's going to work out. And I feel like April's a little bothered by everybody thinking that it's going to be messy with her and Moniece trying to do a tour together. So April throws some shade at Brittany B and says that Brittany B is weird and condescending. And I was like, how though? Because I don't feel like Brittany was rude to April. I feel like Brittany went up to her when Moniece had introduced April to Brittany B. It was because Moniece felt like Brittany could help April. And all Brittany told her was that she is hard on the people she works with when it comes to music. And you have to be that way when it comes to something you're passionate about. If you're not a little hard on people, you can't push them to do what they need to do, especially in the music business. It's no joke in the entertainment industry. It really is not no joke. So you need somebody who's a little tough on you, because people are going to be tough on you regardless. April seems like she can't handle that. So, I mean, I don't think Brittany did anything wrong. I think April was being a little rude and snappy on Brittany B. She made a bad impression. She's going to get herself alienated in the music industry because Brittany B knows a lot of people in the industry, and she can go on and tell everybody, you know, that April's difficult to work with. So Zell ends up telling them that Brittany invited him to an event that she was throwing, and that he also said that, you know, Mr. Ray was going to end up being there, but that there wasn't going to be any beef between him and Mr. Ray because they had hashed out their problems. So they're not friends, but they don't have beef anymore. So Zell is going to end up inviting Paris and April. If not both, one of them are going to end up showing up to that event. And I feel like it's going to be very, very messy. And I don't think it's going to go very well, to be honest with you. But we'll see what ends up happening. So there's this white rapper on this season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. His name is Mickey Munday, I believe. I heard a little snippet of his music on the show. And I wasn't really feeling his music too much. But to be fair, I don't really like a lot of the music that's out right now. I'm more of an 80s, 90s, and early 2000s music type of person. So he was saying how he was picked on growing up and throughout his life because people felt like he was trying to be somebody he wasn't. And he said that, no, he wasn't being fake. He was trying to be himself, and people just didn't think that he was being himself. They thought he was being a poser. So he said that he did grow up on rap music, that's all his father played. And he also said that he grew up in the same areas and in similar situations as other rappers have been in. So he doesn't feel like because he's white, he wouldn't be accepted as a rapper. And when Yo-Yo asked him if he felt like he would be rejected by the black community when it comes to him trying to be a rapper, I was kind of confused, because I was like, there are already white rappers, male and female, who have been successful in the music industry. So I don't understand why she would think that people would just say, you know, he's trash at rapping because he's white. It wouldn't be because he was white. It would be because the fact that, you know, maybe his music isn't good to them. Maybe they can't relate to his lyrics. Maybe they don't like the way he spits, or maybe they're just not into his whole look. So, I mean, I don't think it would be because he's white, although it has happened before. You can't just put that, you know, on people when it comes to rap music, can't just put that on rap music fans, because country music fans are very diehard as well. I think it was Beyonce who sang at the country music awards, and country music fans were not having it. So I mean, it works, both ways all around when it comes to music. People are very serious about the genres of music that they like, and so not everybody's open to accepting everybody coming into all these different genres of music. I mean, look at K. Michelle. She's trying to break into the country music scene. I don't know if she's going to be successful in that. I don't know if country music fans are going to be receptive to her. I think that Mickey Munday could potentially be successful at being a rapper. He would just probably have to see where he fits in, to be honest with you. There's an area and the genres for everybody, to be honest with you. He just has to find where he fits in. Not everybody likes Eminem either. Some people can't relate to his lyrics either, but there are people who can. So we'll see what ends up happening with him and his situation. So Jason Lee has Yo-Yo on his Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored show to talk about Nipsey Hussle and kind of compare Tupac to Nipsey, because Yo-Yo knew both Tupac and Nipsey. So then Jason ends up giving a little background on his life, and I felt like that was good because it gave us a chance to really get to know more about Jason Lee, because really all we know about him is that he runs a gossip blog about celebrities, and he's a little messy. So to get to see a different side of him and to hear about his background and his life growing up was really a way for us to get to know him. And I know it's probably hard for him to open up about the things that he opened up about. He said that he grew up in foster care because his mom was a prostitute. And that he was out one day with his brother. I don't remember where he said that they were at, but he said that he was somewhere with his brother, but he was not right near his brother. He was at a far distance from his brother. I think he was inside and his brother may have been outside. And he said that I think two girls got into an altercation, and one of the females pulled out a gun and she started shooting, and a bullet hit his brother, and he came running outside and saw a bullet in his brother, and he told his brother he loved him, and his brother died. And that's a very traumatic experience, and I don't know how he got through it. He has to be a very strong person to be able to get through something like that. And so it was nice to be able to, see a different side to Jason Lee and get to know him and see maybe why he is the way he is. So, I mean, that was good to see. Yo-Yo ends up pulling Apple aside to talk about what happened at Mr. Ray's party with Summer Bunny. And Yo-Yo kind of checked Apple a little bit and told her, look, you need to stop worrying about what other people are doing, because she put herself in that situation. Yes, Lyrica was her friend, but that wasn't her place to jump in that situation, because, Apple has a reputation of going off too much and getting herself into all types of situations. And Yo-Yo was just telling her, look, you need to stay out of other people's problems and keep yourself out of drama, or else you're not going to make it. But it seems like Yo-Yo might want Apple to succeed more than Apple wants to succeed. And that's unfortunate. I really hope that she does make the necessary changes in her life. I really do. I know she was trying to defend her friend, but she needs to, think about her future. So A1 is in the Uber. I think it's either an Uber or a Lyft, whatever, who cares. And he was in there with his mom, and she checked him about him cheating on Lyrica with Summer Bunny. She asked him, did you cheat on Lyrica with Summer Bunny? And A1 gave her all types of attitude. He didn't even want to hear anything she had to say. He was claiming he just wanted to focus on his tour. So he basically doesn't want to own up to anything. And that's, unfortunate that he can't be a man and just own up to the things that he's done. He was getting mad at his mom because she was bringing it up, but it's like, you need to hear it from your mother that you're fucking up your marriage by messing with other women while you're married. And it's a shame that he just completely brushed it off. His mama ended up checking him even more because she got tired of him giving her a damn attitude. So she was going off on him a little bit, and he was just walking away because he just didn't want to deal with that at all. He seems like he's so passive, and he just doesn't want to deal with anything. He seems like he just doesn't ever take responsibility for his actions in any way, shape, or form. So, I mean, Lyrica doesn't need to be with him. She needs to just find someone else. He's saying that he was mad anyway because Lyrica left to Atlanta, and he still has a problem with that. And it's just like, yeah, that's not the source of your problems. Is her leaving to Atlanta for 10 days because she wants to get away from you because you were cheating on her. That's not the source of the problems. And his mom was just trying to tell him that he needs to face his issues. After one of the B2K concerts, Drew and Jay were chilling in the car, I believe, and Drew was telling him how him and April are trying to maybe move in together, and Jay was asking him, well, are you guys together or what? And Drew was just like, oh, we're just best friends and things are going so well. Our kids like each other and all this stuff like that. And she's like one of his best friends and all this mess. And it's just like, will you guys stop saying you guys are best friends? It's just like, just come out and say that you guys are together, because it's stupid for you guys to keep on making up excuses for your relationship. It's just like, just say it. If you don't care what people think so much, then why the hell can't you just say you're messing with one another? It's stupid. So Jay, he feels some type of way about that Drew and April situation, because he feels like it's going to cost, B2K some money, because Omarion could just say screw it and not want to be a part of it at all and kind of mess up the money for everybody, because without Omarion, B2K ain't good without Omarion. Omarion's the star of B2K in my eyes. So if he chooses not to do it and he backs out of it, they ain't going to have no success right now. So, I mean, Jay's concerns are very valid. And I think that because, when they did the interview with Jock on the radio, they were talking about how, Raz B was the one who was causing drama, because Raz kept saying how he was quitting every other day during the tour. And then when they had talked to him about it, he kind of stopped doing that and kind of joined back in on the tour again. But it was just like, Drew is kind of causing some problems too, because you're messing with one of your band members' children's mom, his ex-girlfriend, the mother of his kids, so, and that's kind of crossing the line. So, Drew's kind of causing a little bit of issues too with MB2K, and they said there's been a lot of problems throughout the tour, but that when it comes to do the music, that everybody gets on the same page. So we'll see what ends up happening. So A1 ends up having a concert, and he was saying how he was glad he didn't run into Lyrica, but he didn't know that Lyrica and her friend Sia were actually on their way to his concert. Now, when Lyrica and Sia showed up, they waited for him to be done on stage, and then he came out and was shocked to see Lyrica there. And he walked them into the back room, and Lyrica was saying how she was surprised there wasn't any groupies in his back room, which is funny because it's just like, that's some stuff women will say. Like, I'm surprised your other little girls that you be messing with ain't back here. Like, that's just stuff that women say, to take digs at you when we're pissed. So her friend Sia kept making comments, and this was annoying me, because it's just like, let Lyrica and A1 talk. Don't say anything, just be there for support for Lyrica. A1 already knows that Sia doesn't like him, but Lyrica, A1 was saying how he doesn't like Sia, so Lyrica went off on A1's friends that he had there in the back room with him too, and said she don't like his friends either, because they help him cheat and they lie for him, and she don't like that. So she basically told Sia that she had to leave and let her talk to A1 on her own, which I was glad that Lyrica told Sia, because Sia is a good friend, because she's being there for Lyrica and she doesn't want to see Lyrica be hurt. But it's like, Lyrica did the right thing by telling Sia she has to bounce and let them talk on their own, because it is their marriage and they're the ones who have to deal with things. So it was good that she told Sia she had to leave. So she told Sia she had to leave, and she basically told A1 he needs to make his friends leave. So Lyrica ends up telling him that, she ran into Summer Bunny, and Summer Bunny told her that they did sleep together multiple times. So he says A1 was being slick. He was being very slick because he was trying not to admit to it, and he was kind of trying to change the goalposts a little bit because he was bringing up that Lyrica had cheated on him before too. And he just seemed like he wasn't really taking things seriously. And when he said that Lyrica had cheated on him too, because at this point he had admitted to sleeping with Summer Bunny. And so Lyrica starts getting emotional because he says, well, you cheated on me too. And Lyrica was like, okay, and I did that, and we worked things out, and we ended up renewing our vows, and you decided to cheat on me after we already fixed things and were working on things, and we renewed our vows. Then you went and cheated on me, which, yeah, Lyrica was wrong for cheating on A1, but I think he was cheating on her more times than that anyway too, even before she cheated on him. But he loses his argument with her cheating on him because after she had cheated on him, they had worked things out and renewed their vows. So things were being fixed between the two of them. So he lost his chance to justify him cheating with Summer Bunny, just off the basis that they had renewed their vows and was fixing things in their relationship. So Lyrica starts breaking down and telling him, I can't be with you because I'm too hurt. There's too much hurt in this relationship. Now, she was saying how she didn't want to raise her son in a broken home, but she should rather raise her son not in a house with two people who have toxic energy towards one another, because children could definitely feel the tension between the parents in the household. So she should rather, co-parent with A1 rather than live in the same house together and stay married, even though both of them are miserable with one another. I think that's, even worse on a child than you raising him and getting a divorce. So hopefully Lyrica ends up leaving A1. I think they both need to be out of the relationship with each other. She said that he doesn't make her feel special anymore. He doesn't seem like he cares about her anymore. He shows no affection, no love towards her. And if he's doing that and they only been married for a very short period of time, they're not supposed to be together. So hopefully she ends up leaving him, but we will see what happens. That concluded episode 3 of this Love and Hip Hop Hollywood season 6 episode. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my reviews. I do reviews on more than just Love and Hip Hop. I do Love and Hip Hop. I do Basketball Wives. I will definitely be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta when that comes, which is getting ready to come back out again. I'll also be doing reviews on the show Mixed Dish when it comes out, because I kind of want to tie my experience growing up biracial to whatever ends up happening on the first season of Mixed Dish. So if you do like my videos and you do like my channel, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. And thank you all so much for the support. Thank you.